evening and welcome to this edition of News Leader on 6. Today is Tuesday, March 26, 2019. I'm Jim Fuller.
And I'm Andrew Todd. In tonight's news, the state has reported a new record low unemployment record. The United States Navy Band performed in Tullahoma last week. The city's Arts Alive Festival is coming up soon. The Manchester Arts Center is getting ready for a big fundraising event, and we'll bring you our next segment in our series honoring Women's History Month. We'll have all these stories and more on tonight's News Leader on 6.
Keith Barnett here at Russell Barnett Chevrolet GMC in Winchester. Check out the 2019 Chevrolet Equinox up to 21% off original MSRP. That's Russell Barnett Chevrolet GMC on the Bypass in Winchester, home of the lifetime powertrain warranty. And remember, why buy anywhere else?
When your family suffers the loss of a loved one, the caring and compassionate staff at Tullahoma Funeral Home and Coffee County Funeral Chapel are standing by to assist you in every way possible. We are proud to support local industry and offer only Batesville caskets. Many funeral homes don't own or operate a crematory. We utilize the only crematory in Coffee County. Your loved one never leaves Coffee County. We can accommodate any need and any budget. Consider our complete pre-need service to remove this burden from your family during their time of grief. Lock in today's low costs and protect from inflation. Tullahoma Funeral Home and Coffee County Funeral Chapel. Our family caring for your family.
Tullahoma Earth Day Festival. Let's start a chain reaction that creates action. Reduce, reuse, and recycle. Join us for the second annual Earth Day Festival on Saturday, April 27th, starting at 1 p.m. at Fraser McEwen Park. Enjoy an evening of music, a night in Nashville with Lee Gibson and Company. This free event has over 30 earth-friendly vendors, kids' activities, food, beer, and more. Special thanks to our sponsors. That's Tullahoma's Earth Day Festival on Saturday, April 27th at 1 p.m.
Welcome back. The statewide unemployment rate in Tennessee dropped to a new historic low in February, according to data released last Thursday by the Tennessee Department of Labor and Workforce Development. The seasonally adjusted rate of 3.2% is 1/10 of a percentage point lower than the previous historic low. Tennessee reached its previous record low unemployment rate of 3.3% in October 2018, and it remained at that level for 4 consecutive months. Over the past year, Tennessee's February unemployment rate decreased from 3.6% to 3.2%. The state began tracking unemployment rates in 1976.
While Tennessee did see record-breaking unemployment in February, there was a decrease in the number of jobs across the state. Total non-farm employment was down by 1,500 jobs between January and February. The state experienced the biggest decreases in the mining, logging, construction sector, followed by the professional business services sector. In a year-to-year comparison, Tennessee employers created an estimated 53,000 new jobs. The sector with the largest increase was leisure and hospitality, followed by trade, transportation, utilities, and manufacturing. The national unemployment rate also decreased in February. The seasonally adjusted unemployment rate for the United States is 3.8%, down 0.2 percentage point from January.
The United States Navy Band was in town last week. Andrew stopped by and brings us this video as the band plays the Washington March.
Tullahoma Community Coordinator Winston Brooks stopped by our studios to talk about this year's Arts Alive program.
But we've got another great event coming up too that I want to tell viewers about, and that's our Arts Alive Art Fest, which is coming up May 25th and May 26th. We've got our call out for artists right now. It's going to run up until mid-April, and then we're going to close that down. We've already got 15 artists that have signed up, and so we're hoping. Last year we had 40 artists. We would like to get 50 or 60 this year. So if you want to be an artist, or we've got all different categories from paint to glasswork to jewelry making. Right. Go to our website, TullahomaArtsCouncil.com. Go to our Facebook page for the City of Tullahoma, or the Arts Alive has a Facebook page also. You can call me 455-2648. Also looking for sponsors for that event. But that's going to be a great event. You know, it's got a long history in Tullahoma. This is the second year that we've revived it from when it went from 1968, working with the Arts Center. The Arts Center's got a great new board right now. Their director, Tina Shang, is doing a lot of great work. They got a great board. Kristen Luna and Scott Van Velser are helping us organize this event. We've got it'll be down on the lawn of South Jackson. And, you know, if the weather cooperates, it's a great time. Last year we had about 2,000 visitors come through there.
No kidding.
Yes, sir. Around 1,800.
Right.
Yeah, be a closer count. I was rounding up, but so we hope to increase that number this year and just continue to grow that event and get people out. Great food trucks down there. We are looking at having the craft beer this year, so haven't finalized that deal yet. But you know, Tullahoma is known for its arts and everything from music to performing arts, and this is just another great way to support the arts here in Tullahoma through being a sponsor or coming out and showing the arts that you make. A great way to support that is come out and buy some good-looking art.
And we'll be right back in a moment after these messages.
Ford F-Series has been the #1 selling truck for over 40 years. Russell Barnett Ford of Tullahoma has a huge selection and up to $10,000 off original MSRP. That's Russell Barnett Ford of Tullahoma on Highway 55, home of the lifetime powertrain warranty. Why buy anywhere else?
My wife Jackie has always been the life of the party. But things changed when she couldn't be as active anymore.
They told me I needed a double knee replacement.
It's not as big a deal as it used to be, but she still needed to go to rehab.
I was amazed at how good the therapists were at Life Care. They took really good care of me.
They took excellent care of her. And now she's back doing the things she loves, and that makes everyone happy.
Life Care Center of Tullahoma wants you to get active and live well.
Can you imagine a world without beauty? Without color? Without creativity? Without art? Well, neither can we. Keep arts alive and experience all kinds of arts and crafts at the second annual Arts Alive Tullahoma on the newly renovated lawn of the South Jackson Civic Center, May 25th and 26th. For details, visit TullahomaArtsCouncil.com and come spend the day at our fun, family-friendly arts festival.
Welcome back. The Manchester Arts Center is planning a big fundraiser. John Gray brings us the story.
My name is Danelle Afflerbaugh. And,
wow, do that one more time.
I know, I blame my husband for that one. Afflerbaugh, yeah.
Afflerbaugh.
Yeah.
Okay,
it's a rough one, yes.
Blame your parents on that one.
Yes, true.
And you, dear?
Becky Spangler. I'm a Spangler.
Of the Landon Spangler.
Of the Landon Spangler?
Yes, I brought him into the world, so.
What you're here to promote is the next fundraiser.
That's
Correct.
right, yeah.
And that is going to be a casino night?
It is going to be a casino night. Doug and I, my husband and I, own an entertainment company. And so we're going to be bringing in casino tables. We'll have roulette and craps and blackjack and poker. It is so much fun. And you don't have to know how to play. It's all play money. So it's just a good way. I got back from Vegas last week and didn't gamble once.
Doing research? What a cool job to be able to go to Vegas and do your research.
That's right. That's right.
Did you go by the Pawn Stars?
I didn't this time. I have been by
Have you
there.
been by there? I love
Yeah.
that show.
Now, in the past, we've had our Dancing with the Stars event, as you very well
Yes,
know. Your son
yes.
danced in that, I
Yes.
believe, last year, correct? And so did Landon, actually.
Yes.
They danced last year. And so that's been a wonderful opportunity the last few years as a fundraiser for the Arts Center. But this year, we decided to switch it up a little bit, do something a little bit more interactive for the people who are
Audience,
attending, and give them something to do. So we're going to have the casino night. You know, Spangler Entertainment is graciously partnering with our committee on that, and it's going to be a blast. But we're going to also have some really outstanding Vegas-style entertainment there for everybody.
I think I know it's that who's in charge of the entertainment.
Yes, there's
You might know her.
Yeah, maybe her name is Cynthia Gray.
Okay.
You might have met her
Oh,
once or
okay.
twice, maybe. She's a really
And
nice lady.
Seeing as how you're going to Vegas, I don't guess Elvis will show up.
Well,
really.
possibly. We may possibly have Elvis close out our show. Yeah, we're going to have a lot of singing and dancing, some Rat Pack type stuff,
Oh,
some
wonderful.
Elvis. It's really,
Some
it's going to be a lot of fun.
Sinatra
Yep.
and all of that.
Yep. You'll hear some Frank and
Outstanding.
Dean. Mm-hmm.
And we'll
Outstanding.
still have our silent auction and our live auction. Plus, there will be opportunities to win prizes from the casino playtime. So it's, like Danelle said, very interactive, very entertaining.
Now, obviously there will be food of some sort.
There will be heavy hors d'oeuvres in the evening, and
It's not going to be a sit-down event this year. Instead of sitting and watching, we're gonna. It's like I said, we're
Well,
looking
it needs
for.
to be a walking and talking
Yes,
and having fun
absolutely.
thing.
You know,
And
grab
playing.
something to eat, grab something to drink, walk around, play a little bit, stand and watch, listen, and it'd be great.
Have a
So,
chicken leg hanging out of your
yeah,
mouth.
yeah. We
Scotch
wanna.
in one hand and a chicken leg in the other.
Absolutely.
How much better can it be?
The
than
Arts
that?
Gala this year is being sponsored. Our biggest sponsor this year is Life Care of Tullahoma. So we just want to give a big shout out to them. It wouldn't be possible to bring an event like this to the table without all of our business sponsors throughout the community. And
Very good.
There's still opportunities to sponsor if you're a local business and you're interested in helping out the Arts Center and keeping arts available to our community. Please give us an email.
right, it's artcentermanchester at gmail.com.
Right, right.
And we've got opportunities from $50 up. There's opportunities to sponsor casino tables. There's also different opportunity levels for just being key sponsors at different levels.
Okay, now one thing I don't remember. I turned 70 last week, so I cannot remember.
Happy birthday.
Have we given a date yet?
No, we haven't. It's going to be
Aha.
Saturday, April 6th from 7 to 11 p.m. and it will be at the Conference Center, like you said.
Yes.
And tickets are.
Tickets are available at the ManchesterArtsCenter.com, and tickets are $55 for a single, or you can get a couple's ticket or a pair of tickets for $100 flat.
That's good.
Yeah,
and
it's a
then
great
table.
night.
If somebody wanted to, if you were a sponsor,
Yes.
and you wanted to sponsor a table, what's a table worth?
Oh, we have different levels.
Okay.
My business, for example, we were, I believe, a Heart sponsor, and with that, I got 2 tickets to the event, as well as my business being represented at one of the gaming tables.
Okay.
And so, like Becky said, we have opportunities from $50 up to $500 for
Oh,
businesses to
okay.
sponsor.
All
So,
right.
really, any opportunity for any
that's
level
great.
of business, small business all the way up to larger business.
So eat, drink, gamble, have
And be
fun,
merry.
and be merry, and
That's
be
right,
entertained.
that's right. Be merry.
So and these 2 girls will be there, I'm sure.
We will be there.
with smiling faces.
I'll be dealing
You'll
one of
be
the casino
everywhere,
games.
won't
Yeah,
you?
That's right.
yeah.
Okay.
That's right.
Well, thank you and good luck.
Thank you so much.
And know that you're welcome to come back anytime.
Absolutely.
Thanks.
We look
Okay,
forward to
appreciate
seeing
you.
you.
It's nice to meet you.
Good to meet you, too.
We'll be right back with more News Leader on 6.
It's not invoice. It's not MSRP. It's not Christmas Day, although it may feel like it. It's the lowest prices in Middle Tennessee, period. Get to Stan McNabb Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram or Stan McNabb Chevrolet Buick GMC Cadillac before these prices are gone forever.
All right, the cat's out of the bag at Carroll Street Liquor in Tullahoma. Now you know where to go if you're planning a get-together and want the ideal wine or spirit. Party planning can be stressful, but at Carroll Street Liquor you'll find everything you need. Mixers, gift sets, and all of your favorite spirit brands. So if you're feeling the pressure to pull off the ideal party, come to Carroll Street Liquor and select among the seemingly endless supply of wines, spirits, gift sets, and more. Your perfect party, it's in the bag with Carroll Street Liquors.
Welcome back. News Leader is celebrating National Women's History Month, And today we bring you the second segment honoring women who have made significant contributions to science.
Number 5. Shensheng Wu. Known respectfully as the Chinese Madame Curie, Wu's contributions to science are varied and abundant. After immigrating to America, she joined the Manhattan Project, where her work helped create the first nuclear weapons.
But the Manhattan Project is responsible for humanity gaining a lot of information about the atom, and really quickly.
Her most significant contribution to the project was the separation of uranium into 2 isotopes that can better conduct fission reactions, while she remained curiously unrecognized.
Wu helped in the development of improved Geiger counters for measuring radioactivity, and her book Beta Decay is still used by nuclear physicists to this day.
Number 4. Gertrude B. Elion.
And I guess the most important advice I have to give is that they mustn't be easily discouraged.
Born in New York City in 1918, Gertrude B. Elion was a biochemist and pharmacologist whose work in drug research was prolific.
From my point of view, her legacy is the entire field of antiviral chemotherapy.
After bouncing around various medical organizations, Elion landed at Burroughs Wellcome Pharmaceutical Company and headed the experimental therapy division. It was there that she did her best work. Elion helped develop Purinethol and AZT, the first successful drugs for leukemia and AIDS respectively. Number 3. Lise Meitner.
Lise became the first woman in Germany ever to have the title of professor.
The Austrian physicist Lise Meitner was part of a small research team that discovered nuclear fission by noting the energy released by splitting uranium atoms.
Now Einstein predicted it, but he didn't know how to unleash it. Here was Lise Meitner and Otto Frisch saying, "This is how we do it."
This led to the invention of nuclear power by way of nuclear reactors, which generate a large percentage of the world's electricity. Unfortunately, like many women in those days, Meitner's exploits were overshadowed by those of her male counterparts, and she was snubbed when the Nobel Prize in Physics was presented to her colleague, Otto Hahn.
For 6 years, Otto Hahn had been insisting that the discovery belonged to chemistry and not to physics. In other words, it belonged to him and Strassmann and not to Lise Meitner.
Number 2. Rosalind Franklin.
Using X-ray diffraction techniques on crystallized fibers of DNA that involved exposures lasting hundreds of hours, Franklin was able to separate patterns that had baffled other researchers.
Most people know that Watson and Crick discovered the structure of DNA, but most people don't know that Rosalind Franklin laid the groundwork for their discovery. Franklin's groundbreaking research on the structures of various viruses, proteins, and acids by using X-ray diffraction imaging resulted in the discovery of the DNA double helix. Before we unveil our top pick, here are a few honorable mentions.
You know, I've spent most of my early life studying chimpanzees. And I used to think they were very like us but nicer. And then I found that they have a dark side. So, you know, they're capable of violence, brutality, and war. And so it's possible that we've brought that with us all through our evolution.
Caroline Herschel was a German-British astronomer. Her most important contribution to astronomy was the discovery of several comets.
Qualick's breakthrough in 1964 was discovering the technology for spinning fibers with very high strength and stiffness. A discovery that turned out to be the foundation of the Kevlar fiber.
Define and describe what autism is.
Autism is a neurological disorder where there's differences in the development of the brain. It ranges all the way from a child that's going to remain nonverbal for the rest of his life with a lot of handicaps, up to geniuses, out Silicon Valley that do computer things, Tesla who invented the power plant.
She realized that bezoar stones were actually fossilized feces, now known as coprolites, which became hugely important in understanding the structure of prehistoric ecosystem.
Number 1. Marie Curie.
Madame Curie. She was a remarkable woman who dedicated her life to research until she died from radiation poisoning.
It couldn't have been anyone else. Marie Curie, discoverer of radium, pioneered the study of radioactivity, identified its wide range of uses and effects, and popularized the knowledge of radiation. Additionally, Curie and her husband discovered the element polonium and expounded on the research of X-rays. Curie was the first woman to win the Nobel Prize, the first person and only woman to win twice, and the only person to win for separate science categories.
Curie and her husband were absolutely single-minded in the pursuit of their research. In fact, when they were awarded the Nobel Prize, they refused to go and accept the prize personally because it would interfere with their research.
Her daughter Irene would continue in the family's footsteps, as she earned the Nobel Prize in Chemistry in 1935 for the discovery of artificial radioactivity.
And we'll be right back in a moment with more news later.
Keith Barnett here at Russell Barnett Ford of Winchester. Check out the 2018 Ford Expedition, up to $11,000 off original MSRP. That's Russell Barnett Ford on 41 and Winchester, home of the lifetime powertrain warranty. And remember, my question is, why buy anywhere else?
Ah, the glory days. Running to daylight on the gridiron and chasing a ball with a mind of its own. Cheering the team to victory and marching to the beat of your own drum. Memories that last a lifetime. But sometimes we're reminded of our glory days in ways we'd rather forget. Get back in the game. The rehab team at Life Care Center of Tullahoma is ready to help you live and play well.
So you've been meaning to do something healthy, commune with nature, get outdoors and meet new people. We have the perfect solution. Come hike with us. You can find a Tennessee Trails Association chapter near you, including Clarksville, Columbia Franklin, Highland Rim, Jackson, Knoxville, Oak Ridge, Memphis, Murfreesboro, Nashville, Plateau at Crossville, and Upper Cumberland. We're on the web at TennesseeTrails.org. It's fun, it's stress-free, and it's good for you. See you on the trails. Welcome back. Jim spoke recently with Tullahoma Alderman Robin Dunn about the city's recycling program.
Tullahoma really already has a pretty aggressive recycling program, do they not? And a lot of people participate into it. Probably not enough, but
we have about 30 to 35% of our folks recycle, which I just think is wonderful, and it's grown a bit. I had a small group of volunteers and we've been calling different businesses and going door to door to different residents and just encouraging people to recycle, and that's been very positive. That's been a really fun thing to do. So we've had several businesses adopt those cardboard dog kennels, so that you can, and that's been a great way to reduce the amount of landfill dependence that we have. So. And
just for the average person, it's pretty simple to recycle, is it not? Can you comment on that?
Sure. I mean, as a citizen in Tullahoma, you don't even need any special container. You can use laundry baskets or just Rubbermaid totes, or even sacks if you have them. But we recycle cardboard, and we have mixed paper. We have metals and plastics. So you can have 4 different sections sectioned off, and it's just as simple as that.
And you can actually just put this in another separate garbage bag. Is that correct?
That's correct.
And
yes.
set it beside your.
Yes, set it beside your trash can, and you would be surprised how much we have that we can recycle. It's estimated at about 70% of what we throw away, as just as Americans, we could either compost or recycle.
I have no idea, and the city ultimately gets to resell that rather than put it in a landfill.
Oh,
so
yes.
The financial reward is substantial.
Yes, and just like with the stormwater care, I mean, that's a huge thing as far as, our public works department is it's stretched very thin. So the more people are able to maintain in their own yard, the less that we're having to actually come in with scoops and pull that out. And the same thing with recycling. The more people are able to do on their own end, the less that we're having to pay. It costs about $50 a truckload to dump our trash. But with cardboard, we're earning about $50 to recycle that. So that's a difference of $100 right there with the cardboard.
And I'm sure a town the size of Tullahoma can generate a lot of trash, and this is a significant.
Yes, aluminum cans. You're looking at $400 for a truckload of aluminum cans. I mean, so it's significant. We can conserve a lot of taxpayer money and make better use of that. With things that people really do want, like sidewalks and safer schools.
Sure.
That's what we want. And to actually literally throw it away is just not a good use of.
Kind of crazy.
Yes, sir.
Yeah.
Yes,
Okay.
It is, so.
All right, and you can learn more about that at this Earth Day on April 27th.
Yes, April 27th at Fraser McEwen Park.
Okay, from 1 to 5.
Yes,
Robin,
sir.
thank you so much for coming by. I appreciate it very much.
Yes, sir.
And don't forget to tune into this week's Living Show tonight at 6:30 p.m. Thursday morning at 9 a.m. and Thursday, Friday, and Saturday evenings at 6:30 p.m. This week's guests include cast members from Beauty and the Beast, which starts this weekend at South Jackson Civic Center. We'll speak with a young man who knows more about trains than you ever thought possible, and it's John and Pat's 100th segment special this week. All that and more on this week's Living.
And stay with us. We'll have your weather forecast right after these messages.
Keith Barnett here at Russell Barnett Kia in Tullahoma. 2018 Kia Stinger up to $10,000 off original MSRP. That's Russell Barnett Kia in Tullahoma, home of the lifetime powertrain warranty. And remember, my question is, why buy anywhere else?
You made the time and the sacrifice to broaden their horizons, to see their smiles, but mostly to make lifelong memories. We think it's time to do it again, just the two of you. Don't let illness or injury slow you down. The rehab team at Life Care Center of Tullahoma is ready to help you live well.
We're losing it, Doctor.
Not on my shift. Quickly, brush. Roller.
What a transformation. It's gotta be okay.
Okay, nothing.
At Paintworks of Tullahoma, we specialize in domestic emergencies with Martin Senior Paints. You can be the paint doctor too when you treat your home with Martin Senior interior and exterior finishes.
Doctor, we've got another one.
Got you covered.
Paintworks of Tullahoma. Come see the paint doctor, Stat.
Welcome back. We'll take a look at your weather forecast at this time, starting with your weather history on this day. Our record high was in 2007 at 83 degrees. The record low was in 1955 at 18 degrees. The average high on this day is 64 and the average low is 41. Cloudy weather expected tonight with a low of 33. Partly cloudy weather in the forecast for Wednesday with a high of 63 and a low of 42. And mostly sunny weather expected on Thursday with a high of 68 and a low of 47. And that's our news leader report for this evening. We invite you to join us each Tuesday, Thursday, and Saturday at 6, 8, and 10 for News Leader on 6. You have a good evening.
Have a great evening.